Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I am greeted by a special guest that hasn't been around in a while. Say hi to Detective Irish for me.
Hey, what's up guys?
And today we're going to be taking a look at 8-Bit Eric again. I know we've done him twice in a row now, but his new video on Dr. Disrespect caught my attention because I had been seeing this all over Twitter, talking about his career is done and that he is done. And I just wanted to listen to what 8-Bit Eric has to say. I also wanted to see what Sheriff had to, not Sheriff, but what Detective had to say about it. I wish Sheriff was here, but unfortunately he's busy at the moment. But if you haven't, you need to go check out the previous episode with me and Sheriff, with 8-Bit Eric's video about Rich having that meltdown. Because man, for 2 hours we were roasting him. And I had like a fancy suit on and everything. Today I just felt a little lazy, so I threw on my little polo shirt. But anyhow, without much further ado, and that's a great looking face of Eric's, let's start the video.
Dr. Disrespect put out a statement in regards to everything that happened over the weekend. If you guys weren't aware, there was allegations against him that he was banned from Twitch back in 2020 for sexting a minor. He made a statement earlier this last week saying that no wrongdoing was found and that he did nothing wrong. No illegal stuff has happened. And over the weekend, a lot of things happened. His sponsors dropped him. His own studio dropped him, right? The Midnight Society dropped his ass, and he ended his stream basically hinting that he wanted to retire. If you guys didn't see that, it was just kind of a weird situation. It almost mirrored what happened back in 2020.
Yeah, so what do you think, Irish, so far?
Well, retired my ass. He's being forced to resign.
Yeah, more than anything, honestly, I'm going to say the same thing myself without stuttering on my words. That I think, honestly, he's being forced to retire. I think his wife is basically telling him, hey, your career is done and over with. It's time to pack it up.
No, it's not his wife. It's the companies that are sponsoring him and that are paying him. Like endorsing him. Like I've seen multiple gaming companies where they want to fire someone and they always say that they're resigning. They're not actually saying that they were fired, just to save face. They're like, oh yeah, they're resigning from their position, they're resigning from their career. It's just to save face that, oh yeah, you just got fired.
Yeah, pretty much so. There's no argument on. You're not gonna get an argument from me on that one.
Was kind of having like
well,
this
no, I'm just speaking the truth.
Moment at the end of the stream. I don't know if you guys seen it all. Here's just a small clip.
This is Roy.
I just want to I just want to comment on Dr. Disrespect's outfit. I fucking hate it. I'm just.
Yeah, he's always been. Like
I'm gonna speak frankly. What the fuck? What the fuck outfit is that? What is that? Why does it look like a 40-year-old man trying to cosplay as some teenage wannabe Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Well, without the wig and the sunglasses, he actually looks pretty young. Like he's probably a little older than I am. But no. He always wears like that vest, which it's like, dude, I know you play war games, but Jesus fucking Christ, you don't have to wear a vest acting like it's Kevlar.
Because like here's the thing, one of my what you afraid that you're gonna get shot in any moment, and that's why you gotta wear bulletproof armor? I highly doubt you've been swatted, or you're even in danger of being swatted.
No. Is this the fucking Ring? Is a bullet just gonna fly out of your monitor and hit you?
Like, what am I supposed to believe? That some troll is going to come to your house while you're in the middle of playing Call of Duty, kick down your door, bang your wife, and then shoot you? It's like...
Well, no, it's just like... What? Do you think the bullets from the video game are going to come through your monitor? Like, seriously? Like, Like not the whole swatting thing, but just the whole. Every time he does like a Call of Duty, he always wears a vest, and it's like, what? You're not really gonna get shot, you know that, right? It's a video game, bro.
I have to agree. I hate his outfit. All right, I just hate his outfit.
Yeah, no, I fucking hate his outfit. I hate his fucking wig that he wears. I hate his sunglasses. By the way, why the fuck are you wearing sunglasses while playing video games in your fucking house?
I think Rich said it best in one of his videos, and I know, fuck you, Rich, by the way. Anyhow,
yeah, fuck you, Rich.
Yeah, he was double middle fingers for the shit you said about me. But in one of his videos, he was making fun of. But one of his videos, he was making fun of one of the labels where it had like this teenage kid that was supposed to look like he was cool. He's like, who the fuck wears sunglasses when they're playing video games? What kind of logic is that? And I'm like, I have to agree with that. Why the fuck are you playing video games while you're wearing sunglasses? I mean, it's one thing if you're playing like a mobile game and you're like, say, on a train and there's like sunlight hitting you, so you're using it so you can dim the light while you're playing. That's fine. But, like, if you're inside your house and you're playing video games, what the fuck? And you can't say that you're trying to hide your identity because...
Everyone knows who you are because you got famous. Everyone knows your face. Without the wig and the sunglasses, everyone knows what you look like already because you went up to game shows and game cons and you showed your actual face.
You didn't wear a mask. You didn't hide anything. It's like... So what's the gimmick? What kind of...
Yeah, like... Okay, if he was, like, low profile, I would totally understand. But going to game cons and, like, gaming tournaments, and everyone knows your face now because you showed them your face, why hide it anymore?
I guess he's trying to be the next Shia LaBeouf. I have no clue. Anyhow, let's continue.
Well, Shia LaBeouf at least shows his face. He's always showing his face.
Except for that one time when he wore that bag on his head. But anyhow, let's continue.
I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. We came in here, champs. We came in here. High energy. But I'm telling you, man, I'm just feeling fatigued. Feeling a little burnt out.
Yeah, and he basically said he was going to get off social media and take it in.
I kind of love it. Like, that makes my eye twitch. Kind of love it.
Twitch. Well,
I don't know, man.
This is fucking Eric, but whenever he like gets triggered, he does that little eye twitch that he does.
Yeah, and he has that hand movement that tells you
always the left hand.
At least from the camera. At least from the camera angle, it looks like it's the left hand. Because you never know, because cameras do tend to reverse the image. Like, even the phone I'm doing right now, is the camera's actually sitting on this side of me, the right side, but it's pointing, but the camera is flipping it to where it's like pointing to my left.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, I don't know, man. I hate that. I hate that when people say that, like, oh, I'm feeling fatigued. Why not just take a break? Why not just say, hey, I'm going to take a break? Why are you like, we got this high energy, we got all this? Well, obviously you don't have high energy because you're fatigued. There's no way you can have high energy and be fatigued. That's not how that works. The laws of physics do not work like that.
What's really funny is these gaming YouTubers, they always say they're fatigued when they're starting to suck. They never say they're fatigued when they're actually at top of their game.
It's like Markiplier, for example, is one I use because, like, he admits that he sucks at video games, no doubt about it. But what made him interesting is that when he talks about taking breaks, it's because something came up that required him, like the time when he lost his best friend to suicide, or when he had a heart attack and he had to have heart surgery.
I didn't know he had a heart attack.
Yeah, he had a heart attack due to the heavy drinking he was doing. This was very early on in his career when he was doing those drunk Minecraft episodes in the streams.
Oh, well, most of his streams, he was fucking drunk. but he always played it cool. He never said he was fatigued. He never said he was drunk, but you could tell he was pretty buzzed most of the time.
Well, that was kind of
sometimes where he has gotten sloshed on screen and he's like, sorry guys, I'm too drunk. I can't do this. Especially when he's making it a drinking game.
Yeah, sometimes with the gimmick, but it worked, and it made it entertaining.
Well,
like
he was honest about it
too, which is like what makes. Is why I tell people he's the freaking gold standard when it comes to being a YouTuber in general, being honest with the audience without being too far open, which is something I strive for.
Well,
is being open and honest.
Open where he's like, hey guys, I know we did a drinking game this stream, but I'm too drunk and I can't do this anymore.
And then again, the heart attack is what did it in for him at the end. He just couldn't.
Also, he did get sober too.
Yeah.
So I do give him props on his sobriety. I think he's been sober for over a year now.
Markiplier was the better part of 10 plus years.
I thought I saw a video of him doing a drinking game once.
That was a very old video. He can't drink anymore. The doctors told him if he ever drank again the way he drank, even if he takes like 2 drinks a day, he would risk having a heart attack that would destroy the splint that was put in his heart that would kill him.
Which, by the way, Markiplier, I commend you on your sobriety and your bravery to continue it.
Same here. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Markiplier. He is someone I would legitimately would love to be friends with, not just because he's famous, but because he's probably one of the nicest people I've ever seen. And from the stories I've been told, he's one of the greatest gentlemen that's ever walked the earth.
Well, not Markiplier, but God, what's his name? Crap. He's this really nice YouTuber from LA. He always wears like a chainmail over his face. Crap, I forgot what his name was. No, I met him during 4chan because I was one of those asshole kids that were doing prank calls. God, I'm trying to remember what his name was, but he always had like a chainmail mask over it. And he would always have like a black mask during podcasts.
I'm not sure who you're talking about. But anyhow, let's continue on with the video.
Retirement, an indefinite leave of absence, and it was just so similar to what happened when he originally got banned from Twitch. It's almost exact, like his mannerism and everything like that. But I still hold that you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, his statement that he had, there's some inconsistencies, some weird stuff that has popped up that he said, including the date of 2017 being when this happened. And people are saying that he's edited this a couple times to place the word minor in there, that for some reason the word minor was in there, and then he went back and edited it, and it turned a lot of people off and changed everything as far as like the reactions to it.
So from what I understand is that he had minor in there, edited it out in the second time, and then the third time he edited it back in.
Which is really funny is once you post something and someone screen grabs it, you cannot delete that screen grab.
Yeah, screenshots like that and screen recordings.
And if you edit it, it looks even worse. Like your first draft was minors, and then you delete the minors part. That makes it even look worse.
Because it implies one of two things: either you did something more than just mess with the minors, or you, the person who allegedly committed the crime, are uneducated about the situation, which I don't know which one's worse.
if you say minors on the first draft and you post it and then realize, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have had that word in there, and then they delete it and have it edited, it just makes you look more guilty because now you're trying to cover it up that you were talking to minors online.
Absolutely, I have to agree that it comes off like you're
Trying to cover your track.
Yeah, extremely suspicious.
And trying to get public opinion, even though someone just saw what you posted and screen grabbed it.
Amen. Anyhow, let's continue.
Also have reactions from Ninja talking about the situation earlier, Tim the Tat Man talking about it, and Nick Merckx talking about it. So there's a lot to digest here, but this statement, if you're looking at it, is
Ninja
really
doesn't really have much room. Ninja doesn't have much room to talk because he said some really racist fucking shit online that even cost him a Twitch career. That's why he went to Mixer.
Well, see, not to mention, I think the best one before Eric commented on it, the best one that commented on it was the Act Man, and he stated like this. He goes, when people talk about how the courts, they're referring to two of them, the court of public opinion and the justice system. Well, the justice system, or the legal courts, the actual courts, have not found him guilty. There's no criminal or civil charges. However, in the court of public opinion, he has been found guilty. He goes, look at it the same way that what was it, O.J. Simpson was. If you look at the way it was,
OJ is very controversial, so I don't think this is the kind of like semi thing. That how about Justin Roiland instead of OJ?
Well, I'm quoting Act Man on this. This is not what I would use. This is what he used. Because he stated like the court of public opinion found him guilty, but the justice system found him innocent. I stated, if you actually look, because I've listened to, there's a great podcast that did an episode about it. If you guys have not heard of it, it's called The Casual Criminalist. You should look it up. Phenomenal podcast. They did a great job going over the details. And the lawyer, Liam is his name, went over everything. And it basically, in a civil case that came years after OJ's criminal trial.
Got sued by the family years after.
Yeah, the family got and won the wrongful death.
In the actual courtroom, because he was acquitted, he could literally come out in public and said, yeah, no, I fucking killed the bitch, and he could not be charged again because that would be double jeopardy, because he was already acquitted on that charge. He could confess to it if he wanted to.
And the confession wouldn't matter because without new evidence, even the confession itself wouldn't be considered new evidence.
Double jeopardy.
Well, the double jeopardy rule can be averted by one factor that was put in it. It's called new evidence. If there's new forensic evidence that shows he did it, they can charge him again. But it has to be on the basis of that evidence alone.
For a new crime, but they cannot charge him for the initial crime.
So they can charge him for the initial.
They can charge him for a crime for admitting to the murder, but they can't actually charge him for the murder because he was already acquitted.
Well, I would say there's a reason why.
It's like how Kyle Rittenhouse, he was acquitted, and he talks about it all the time in public.
Yeah, well, I was saying, like, without forensic evidence, the confession wouldn't mean anything anyhow, because for all we know, he may just be taking on the publicity. Not that it matters. OJ is dead.
Yeah, and plus, the 90s cops were pretty fucking bad.
Were horrendously racist, and they were...
Oh, no, they literally didn't care about the evidence. They just cared about the crime, and there's no way they can find new evidence. Even if OJ admitted that he did it, that's not technically new evidence. because it's his word. But unless they find like a new piece of evidence with his DNA on it, they literally can't talk to him because his DNA was all over the fucking place.
Well, to put a cap on all this and get back to the video, as far as OJ is concerned, he's dead and buried, and the cops were proven to be racist. They admitted it in court, and they were also sexist. That was also proven in court, which was what led to a few of the detectives spending the better part of a decade behind bars, and the female lead losing her job. But anyhow, the point...
It's like a Justin Roiland case.
Like the...
Proven he did not abuse his wife, he did not abuse his coworkers, but yet the public literally ostracized him. And Ninja literally was racist as hell. And Microsoft Mixer bought him because Twitch didn't want to touch him.
And I'll say after that after that platform fell apart, he had an even bigger mental breakdown. But anyhow, let's continue on with the video.
This situation as a whole was just really divisive. A lot of people had their judgments already and their decisions. He's a divisive topic. He's a divisive figure. Me, I said I need to see more evidence, but a statement like this compared to what he said the other day changes everything, and he goes into detail. So you can see he starts off saying, Twitch ban, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. So right off the gate, he's just coming with it, right? Saying cut the bullshit. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society.
One thing about that is apparently he wasn't telling Twitch the entire truth, even though they knew about it. Like, that entire first paragraph just tells me that, oh, Twitch, cut the bullshit, but it's like, you didn't tell them the entire truth. Yeah, you told them what was going on, but you never actually told them what was going on.
Well, according to the LolCal podcast, the members only episode, and I do have I have liked it, and if I become a member, I'll see about doing a reaction to that portion of it. But according to Jeremy of the Quartering and 8-Bit Eric and Keem, apparently there was another Twitch administrator that came out and said that they had access to messages like that, so they would have been aware of the person's age and what would have been said. And the fact that it took him 3 years to, from what I understand, ban him off the platform, and only for him to come back shortly after that, just shows that there was something more going on that was not being said. So far, based on everything that I've seen from Twitter, because I've read this statement myself, and I've taken screenshots and I've posted in my Discord server. Join my Patreon if you want to get in my Discord server. Shameless plug. What was it?
Or word of mouth. If you want to join the Discord, just find someone that actually is inside it.
Oh, nice try. Actually, eventually I'm going to do like the summer of Discord. Once it rolls into July, I'm probably going to do like a month-long thing where I'm going to be advertising the link to get in on everything. I hadn't decided yet.
But anyways, like you were saying, when it came to Twitch and fucking
Dr. Disrespect, there's a possibility that they knew more about it than what they were leading on. But who really knows until Twitch releases the DMs, or Dr. Disrespect, like Keemstar states, releases the DMs. And even the Quartering and Eric both said on that live show, and I and a few other people who were chatting agreed, that he needs to release the DMs. One of those two needs to release the full DMs and the age of the person. They don't have to release the name, but the age of the person.
Yeah.
Because
and also Amazon should probably come out and publicly say, hey, we have some in-house investigation going on at least.
Yeah, there needs to be
about Dr. District. No, not even showing everything, just publicly announce at least there has to be an investigation.
I was going to say have a third-party investigation, stating that they're going to bring in a third-party investigative law firm or whatever to investigate the situation and determine if there was any actual wrongdoing by Twitch or by any of the administrators or, well, in this case, Dr. Disrespect admitted to the fact that he inappropriately messaged a minor. So
that was his mistake of saying minors, and then once he realized that's a bad image, he deleted that part
and then added it back after people called him out.
Yeah,
because it's in the current one that's out now. So,
but the first draft he posted, then he changed the second draft, leaving out the whole minors part, and now he's like, okay, people called me out because they saw my original post and screen grabbed it. I have to put it back.
Yep. But anyhow, let's continue on.
Yeah.
Game studio. So he basically got dropped from Midnight Society yesterday, if you guys remember. And people were giving them, the hot seat, saying, where's the evidence? Are you guys just responding to allegations? This caused quite a bit of a stir yesterday. I didn't get to talk about it because I was knee deep in Review Tech USA watching my wrestling matches. But
that was very entertaining once on the live stream because he was Rich. I'm just gonna let you know right now. You don't know a fucking thing about wrestling. Shut the fuck up about wrestling. Anyhow, let's continue.
No, I would love to see Eric in a wrestling in WWE. That would be so fucking funny.
He was an extra, and I need to talk to him about which episode of Raw.
I'm talking not even an extra in WWE. I'm talking like a side character that comes in and is like, I fucked your girlfriend, by the way.
Oh my God. Anyhow.
They said Friday evening we became aware of our allegations.
That sounds more like AEW.
Co-founders Guy Beam, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we're terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts...
See, and even his name is public. So again, what's your gimmick? Yeah. What the fuck's the gimmick? Am I like missing something here, guys? Can someone in the audience... Sorry, I hit my microphone. Can someone in the audience please fill me in on what the gimmick is? Because it makes no sense to me.
No one knows what I look like, and I like to keep it that way. But once everyone knows what your face looks like and what your real name is, the gimmick's up. Like, literally, just go fucking public.
It's like with me, everyone knows what I look like. Most people know what my name is, and my last name is in my channel. So it's not like, and most of my information is public anyhow, so it's not like I'm trying to live some kind of double life. Unlike some of you fuckers in some of the other Discords. I ain't referring to you. Like some of those fuckers in those other Discords, and you know who I'm talking to. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Nod, nod, fuckers. Anyhow.
Yeah. But no, like I like to keep my private life and my online life totally separate. That's why I don't have social medias.
Past Discord, but anyhow, let's continue.
Difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept. It's our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we've employed along with our community of players. And you
Not
see
bad.
People like Flash are asking for evidence. Savvy Artist is asking for facts and evidence. D-Day Cobra's asking for proof. Quartering's asking for evidence. I was in the same boat. I needed evidence. I needed proof. I need some screenshots. I need some logs. I need something because to me, allegations aren't enough. While we should take allegations seriously, it's not enough. But now I guess all this in hindsight, now that this has come out, and I guess some sort of admittance, even though we still are clueless on some stuff, everything's changed at this point. Now he says, a lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully.
He was fucking fired. It wasn't respectful. It was, dude, you fucked up. We want you gone.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I could add more to that. That's pretty much what happened. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to argue with that statement. Anyhow, let's
well, it's also the fact of
this
is what people are saying, but it came from the horse's mouth that he was messaging minor.
I kind of like this. I forgot to turn this feature on it. Anyhow, let's continue.
Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. So we had that individual, Cody, who I'm still kind of a little, I guess, guarded in regards to that former employee, because they had previously been trying to encourage people to come to their band shows, and if it sold out, they would tell everybody why Dr. Disrespect got banned. So they were using it as leverage for people to come buy tickets to their shows, and I think that was a bad look on their behalf. And let me get this right out of the way. I don't trust Twitch still. I do not trust Twitch at all.
That face I just paused it on is perfect. That is, I gotta figure out how to screenshot that and make that the thumbnail.
Ew, it looks kind of cute.
For saying that,
I had to do that.
You're fired. All right.
You've just been fired. Anyhow,
oh, come on, man.
Anyhow, as far as like, I have to fully agree with Eric. I don't know what the fuck that person was thinking. Oh yes, if you come to my band show, we'll tell you everything that happened to Dr. Disrespect.
Also, well, they said to
oh my
show,
god,
not a band show. Like, was it actually a band show, or was it like a showcasing?
No, apparently it was like an actual band show. You ever been?
Then that's not fucked up.
Like, you know how bars tend to hire bands to come in and play all night. Like, they'll hire a band to come in and play.
Yeah, I used to work at a bar.
Kind of, basically, that's what it was.
Well, that's kind of fucked up, especially the promo. Hey, we'll tell you about the secret if you come see us. It's like, are you that desperate that you want people to come see you?
It must not be that talented. I wonder if he deep throats a microphone.
No, I've met a couple rock stars. I met some country music stars when I worked at a famous bar.
And I'll put it to you this way. It makes me kind of wonder if he plays a 4th string and his intelligence is rather low, if you catch my drift.
Freaking the boss that I turned in my 2 weeks on, he's a bass player.
Yeah.
Talk to me and say I'm useless? Yeah, you're fucking useless.
Yeah, most bass players are useless cunts. Anyhow, let's continue.
I feel that the reason why all this was settled is because Twitch got caught with their pants down as well, possibly looking at people's chat messages without their consent. I think there was an invasion of privacy here. I also think they got busted not protecting minors, that they allowed minors to be able to access what was, I believe Twitch Whispers had a requirement of being 18 to use. So there's a lot of security issues that I'm speculating about that Twitch is just as guilty about here. But for a former employee to be like, hey, come to my show, and if it sells out, I'll tell you guys why Dr. Disrespect got banned, that wasn't a good look at all.
I have to again agree with Eric. As far as the
transferred.
As far as I was gonna say, as far as I'm concerned, I really think Dr. Disrespect really just messed up. Honestly, he just really messed up.
Give me a sec.
So, no, I'll just cut this part out.
Thank you. Have a good one. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, I can tell.
Damn it.
Sorry about that, everyone. I was...
Oh no, I'm gonna edit this part out. This part is not staying in any version of the video. So
you were talking about Dr. Disrespect.
yeah, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So as far as I'm concerned, I think Dr. Disrespect just really, oh my god. And then I still can't get over the ban thing. I don't understand why. I don't understand the ban thing. Anyhow, let's continue.
And now he's speaking up because there was 2 employees that said something. So here's where stuff gets a little sticky right here, and I have my opinions on it. He says, were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? Now, real quick, people are saying minor was added in, that this was edited, and he edited the word minor. I know D-Day Cobra deleted his entire video about this situation because it changed everything with him going and editing this in. I believe it was D-Day Cobra. Was it? Let me check. I believe it was. It was either him or Yellow Flash. I could be wrong. Either way, people were deleting their takes from this afternoon after the statement came out because he made some edits. He edited that. Now, 2017, this was back in 2017. We've been hearing 2020. So are you telling me between 2017 to 2020, when Dr. Disrespect got terminated from Twitch, there was years that went by from this incident, quiet under wraps? That's wild. Now he says yes.
It's not true. Dr. Disrespect has been on Twitch for a very long time.
Well, he got banned from the Twitch program. When people are talking about banning, they're not talking about he got banned off the platform. What actually happened was he was banned from the partnered program, which meant that Twitch didn't directly pay him, nor did they. So not only was he not getting paid from Twitch, he was not getting the subscription donations.
Well,
so
no,
people
he's still getting subscription donation. I remember watching him on multiple videos after 2020 where he would be like, "Oh, thanks for the $100."
Well, he also uses Streamlabs too, which is what most people use, and Streamlabs allows you to donate.
Well, he would say Twitch users that are actually on Twitch. He would also show the feed of donations on a Twitch chat.
Again, like I said, banned from the partner program, which meant not being able to run ads and make money off of it, nor would he be paid.
He'll get donations off it.
Yeah. And anyhow, that's what they're talking about when they say banned. They're not actually saying banned off the platform.
Well,
he wasn't.
He was disconnected from super streamer status, basically.
Yeah, from the partnered program. Kind of like if you lose AdSense on YouTube, that's basically what they're talking about. It's like a soft ban, not a hard ban.
Which honestly, they should have just done a hard ban.
Well, I figured what they were thinking is that if they did a soft ban, that they could sweep everything underneath the rug, and that maybe there might be a little bit of controversy, but no one's gonna really talk about it. But unfortunately,
no one did talk about it until now.
So
because Dr. Disrespect had the post on X that he was talking to a minor.
Well, hey, Sheriff, I'm surprised you showed up halfway through the recording.
Hey, Sheriff.
What's happening, team?
We are reviewing Eric's video on Dr. Disrespect admits to inappropriately messaging minors.
We're
I believe I've already made my views on that clear, man. Like, the moment you find it as a minor, cease all contact or be very, very professional. You only get, like, one chance to say, hey, I didn't know it was a minor. Once you know it's a minor, just no.
Well, we're trashing on Twitch for hiding what Dr. Disrespect did. And we're trashing on Dr. Disrespect because he did it.
Fair.
But anyhow, without much more, let's continue on with Eric's video. So far, I've been agreeing with what Eric's had to say.
Yes, right here. There was Twitch whisper messages with the individual minor. Now, here's where wordplay starts to get a little confusing right here.
Okay, that's driving me crazy.
Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lead too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even.
So, I kind of just want to read this for myself. You know, let me read it.
The individual.
Eric's kind of reading it a little slow for my taste. Sorry, Eric, but you're reading it pretty slow. Were there whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. There are real intentions behind those messages. The answer is absolutely not. What was the real intentions, first off? What are you talking about? Well, be more specific. Okay, so Wait, let me finish reading this. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much into the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared because you couldn't share pictures, so he got lucky there. No crimes were committed. I never met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch and that the case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me. No criminal charges have ever been brought against me.
Wait, so did he have a civil suit against Twitch, or did Twitch have a civil suit against him?
He brought one against Twitch because they cut him out without paying out the rest of his contract, to which they were obligated to pay him, so they settled.
They probably did that just to get rid of him.
So I've watched a lot of predators get caught on different streaming and different channels. People are very vague when it comes to, I was just chatting with someone, but it never went like picture-wise. It's like, well, what happened into the chats that brought these people to your doorstep?
Yeah.
Like, were you sending inappropriate and very lewd messages that are in a sexual nature? Like, are you hiding that? Like, if you're honestly going to come out in public, do a public post, how about you show the actual messages?
That's what I was saying earlier, and that's what a lot of people, again, like Eric and the Quartering, have said. Show the messages. Show us. Dr. Disrespect, if you haven't watched this video, show the messages. It doesn't matter. Show the messages. I don't give a fuck about NDAs or anything like that, because if there was a crime committed, then your ass should be in jail for it. If there was no crime committed, then you should be somewhat exonerated.
Well, I've seen perverts confronted live, and yeah, they didn't share any pictures, but the messages are still incriminating.
Because they showed intent.
They show up at the doorstep.
Yeah, because it showed intent.
Not even intent. It just shows like sexual nature kind of stuff. Not like, oh, hey, come to my apartment. It's, oh, hey, I want to do this to you. No, the reason the people are at your doorstep is for a reason.
Well, to explain to you from a criminal standpoint, the reason why the biggest thing you have to prove in court is the intent of the person. You have to prove that they intentionally knew what they were doing was wrong, and they still chose to do it.
He admitted he was messaging minors.
That's why I was saying the intention is there. So what was the intention? That's what I'm asking. That's why I want to see the DMs, because I want to know what your intentions were. Were your intentions to be friends, quote unquote friends with them, or was your intentions to play patty cake?
Yeah, just to get your rocks off. Either way, it's still fucking gross because you knew they were minors.
And you're 40-something years old with a wife and kids.
Not for long.
I think he's in his 30s, not 40s.
I was told he's in his 40s.
There's no way he's about my dad's age. There's no way.
That's what I was told.
It could be because he wears that fucking stupid ass wig and sunglasses.
Glasses. Yeah. Like I said, like I stated at the beginning of this video, I fucking hated it. Anyhow, let's continue.
Went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. So, he's saying no pictures were shared, nothing illegal happened, and that there was no real intentions behind these messages. So, to play devil's advocate, man, if you watch like To Catch a Predator or anything like that in the past, and people are like, "Oh, there was no real intention. I really wasn't going to do anything with that minor." That's kind of the vibe I'm getting when he says there was no real intentions.
Well, he just proved my point.
Here's the thing: he's saying there were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. He didn't say sexually inappropriate. So there's still no evidence here that they were sexting at all. And this is not me trying to sweep or defend a predator, as you guys would like to call it. He still didn't say there was sexual inappropriateness here. There was no images shared, according to him. Nothing was illegal. No crimes. Now, direction of inappropriate with the minor, AJ, would that be talking about?
AJ and Eric, why isn't he going to share the actual messages that were given to him if he had nothing to hide? Why is he hiding it if he had nothing to hide?
So far, the best guess that anyone's had is that he must be under an NDA that excludes him, or not exclude, basically keeps him from sharing the message. Yeah.
Gag mouth.
To not share the messages on Twitch's behalf. That is the best guess that everyone's come up with so far.
NDA is completely different if you're trying to protect your reputation. Yeah, you might get sued, but does your reputation have to take a hit so you don't get sued? But yet you're still going to act like you're a victim?
Excuse me. As far as I know, NDAs should be negated if there was a crime committed. If there was actual lewd messages stating that he had the intentions of meeting up with the minor and having sex with the minor, the NDA should not stop him. Should not stop anyone from posting the messages. So, I don't know.
Especially if he is admitting that he was doing messages with minors, but he says, oh, it wasn't sexual. There is no NDA or a gag order where you can share that. But if you want to protect your rep, the best thing you could do is share that. He's hiding what he said.
And I suspect Twitch might be doing the same. What do you think, Sheriff?
Yeah.
Well, I'm with Irish. If you're innocent, just share the messages. I get it. As you said, he might get in the shit for sharing it, but it's like, dude, either you share the messages or this shit's gonna follow you for the rest of your life.
Well, it will probably follow him for the rest of his life anyhow because he messaged a minor inappropriately.
Yeah, but that silence can be seen as admission to some people.
Admission of guilt.
If he's saying he has nothing to hide and that it was it's steered toward inappropriate, but he's not going to actually show what actually happened. Even Twitch cannot literally get him in trouble for sharing information that is between him and another person, which does have an obligation and could sue him if they protected him. But he violated an NDA to protect his reputation. But why would he have to sign an NDA if it was innocent?
Like I said, I don't know what to tell you on that one.
He's very convoluting. He's very vague about it.
I'm not a lawyer, so I can't help you on that portion. I'm not a lawyer.
He's a fucking creep. If he had nothing to hide, he could have shared everything.
Like I said, I've made my statements clear that I want to see the messages. So I don't think any one of us disagree with the points being made. So let's continue on with the video. So far, it's been pretty good. The production's been pretty good. I do kind of wish that Eric would use a softer white on him because it kind of makes him a little palish yellow, a little sick. Makes him look like he's sick.
No, he's fine. I just really wish he would tear into Dr. Disrespect a little bit more and point out the shit that we're telling because
to be fair, we're only 9 minutes into a 30-minute video and he's just getting started into the thing. So
let's continue.
I guess locker room stuff. Yeah, that's still inappropriate. You should still try to carry yourself in a manner that couldn't be construed as inappropriate towards minors. But let me tell you this, and I know wokies are going to twist it. Having contact with a minor is not essentially wrong. So let's say I get a DM from somebody that's a fan of my show. Hey, Eric, I appreciate the content. I'm a big fan. Thank you so much. And they're 14 years old. If I just respond professionally saying, thank you, I appreciate it, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, when you start to get into, I guess, semantics like parasocial stuff and things like that, things get cloudy. That's why it's best to not be parasocial with your audience because you just never know. Somebody's going to twist something, even if it's not sexual, even if it's not inappropriate. People are going to say, hey, you're a older 40-year-old guy. You shouldn't be talking to anybody that's under 18, which... yeah, court of public opinion, I can agree with that. But if you're keeping a professional conduct, if you're talking to people, thanking them from the sport, and just keeping it like that, I see nothing wrong with it. But apparently, he's saying these leaned inappropriately, and we don't have details of what this is. If there was a way to...
So I want to pause it real quick because I wanted to talk about the parasocial stuff. What was it? Rich was talking about it when he first kicked Coco, and I remember saying, well, Rich, you built that friendship. What did you think was going to happen? You showed no love to him. You created the parasocial relationship. He didn't. You did. So what the fuck? Why are you taking your frustrations and angers out on someone who thought you were his friend?
Played a part in it. Coco could have played a part in that. Which, God, what's that dude's name from fucking Maryland? Michael Keppen? I think that's what his name was. He's the leader of the LGBTQ plus community for Democrat. And he got busted with a decoy that pretended that they were 14, and he admitted that he was talking to fans and followers of his that were underage and they were inappropriate. Not just him being inappropriate, they were saying that also these underage people were being sexual toward him, and he still was into it.
That is.
Yeah. You know, I work with kids, man. I know you got to shut that shit down real quick. Like, if anything sounds like it's going in that direction, you shut it down. Otherwise, you have to.
Especially if you're a lobbyist for an LGBTQ plus community and you're taking in gay fans. Like, there's a difference between being professional and then having it become inappropriate.
And that's what I was stating as far as that's concerned. Is like here. What I'm trying to do is tie like Rich and Dr. Disrespect together as far as like stuff like this happening. With the only difference being that Rich, to my knowledge, has not. Well, apparently he threatened a minor one time into like tried to blackmail them or something like that into being a spy for him. It's alleged. I don't know how true that is, but
bribery probably, but not blackmail. I highlight that. Well, maybe blackmail. I could see Rich doing that with his fat ass. Sorry, nothing against fat people. Just Rich is an asshole.
Well, I know he's an asshole. That's why I want to say continuously, Rich, show the proof.
He also looks like a fucking Jabba the Hutt. Show the proof. Oh no, he looks like Jabba the Pizza Hut.
Oh, going Spaceballs level roast, eh?
Yeah, doing it old school.
Gonna go eat himself to death, is he? Quite literally.
Yeah, no, fucking no. He's always been an asshole for years. That's why everyone fucking makes fun of him. But yeah, no. When it comes to the whole Michael Keppen thing, he was actually disbanded from the LGBTQ plus Democrats for Maryland because he was caught trying to solicit a 14-year-old. And he was confronted.
Alrighty. And with that, we're going to move on. Well, actually, one last thing I want to say. Hey, Rich. Here you go, fucker. I hadn't forgotten.
Hey, can you give him a middle finger for me real quick?
Yeah, oh yeah, here's one from Irish too. Let's continue.
Let me just help you out with that.
There you go.
You're fired! All right!
Yeah! Hope he gets fired from YouTube. Anyhow, let's continue.
Chat logs, if Twitch could print these out, this would put a lot more of a clarification on what's going on here. But either way, the fact that he edited the word minor into this statement after the fact, and he's still kind of being gray about it, and everybody's being gray, it's leaving it really complex and confusing to understand what was right or wrong here, right? I have no clue. You have no clue. We don't know. And he's a married.
Well, there is a gray area, but if you admit that you were inappropriately texting a minor, then yes, there is no gray area. You are in the wrong. You are a fucking sick bastard.
Dude, if one of the kids messaged me somehow outside of working hours, the standard response would always be, speak to me in class, otherwise don't.
And if they message you inappropriately, you're going to take it to a dean. Like, do you have a dean?
Yeah, every school has a dean, or they'll have someone who deals with this shit.
Or a principal.
I've never had to speak to them or meet them at this point because anything that goes anywhere bordering that shit, I shut down immediately. But like, dude.
Yeah. Well, no, you take it immediately to a dean or a supervisor. Here in America,
you tell another teacher right away, basically, and you tell them, yo, this just happened. What do I do?
This is going on. Well, honestly, if I was a teacher at that point, if I got a text from a student that I was trying to help and they did that, I would immediately go to my dean or principal and say, I need this kid out of my class and I need to tell their parents what just happened.
I don't know if we'd be able to get them removed from the class or if that would be necessary, but definitely the parents should be informed. I'm not sure 100% what the process is there. I know that no matter
most
what.
of the time they're going to be taken out of your class.
Well, you got to remember, different countries, different rules and shit.
Yeah, no.
By and large, definitely we've got to make it clear that you're not leading them on, because.
And also, everyone should be informed.
Amen. That Dr. hasn't led them on. He should not have been talking to them like that at all.
Oh my God! Look at Eric's face.
We've had in America, at least, we've had teachers that gotten in trouble because they did not tell their supervisor or the parents of the child. They just kind of left it be, and then they get in more trouble because they let it continue.
Well, you could have nipped this in the bud, and we could have dealt with it, and no one would have given a shit.
No, for most of their statements, they talked to the child and said, "Hey, I'm here as a teacher, not as that kind of person," and they still get fucked because they did not report it immediately.
To take it off topic real quick, look at Eric's face. Just that, if you ever wonder what it's like. Like it's like he read this tweet, he's looking at the recording, and he's going, "Oh God, I really don't want to do this, but I have to."
Like, he looks like, just reading it is so cringe and disgusting to him. He's like, "What the fuck, man?"
It's like, how the hell do I just like phrase it in a way that keeps me on YouTube? Let's continue.
And two. So if you're talking to a minor, we still don't know if there's a female or a male either.
Female or female.
Talking to
Eric is either female, male, or trans. It's one of the three. There's no female.
Oh.
I've never heard of a female. Have you ever heard of one?
He is bisexual. Honestly,
and you just put that out.
Well, no, it's been known. Like, he even told us that he went public with it years ago.
I'm surprised he doesn't have the flag in his account just to fuck with people. But anyhow.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not an asshole.
No, I was saying, like, the making fun of the people who put the flag in put like whatever their sexuality flag is in their account.
Yeah.
Just to piss them off. I guess he doesn't find the humor that I would find. But anyhow, let's continue on with the video.
Bisexual, by the way.
The cute puppies.
Or gays. No, nothing against the LGBT community, but everything after T, go fuck yourself.
You realize I'm a part of the, you know what, I'm not even, just fuck it, I'm not touching it. We're gonna click the wrong one. Listen, click on the wrong button, get told you're a sexual predator by someone you considered was a great YouTuber, and then have to defend yourself only to be told by his dents that you're also a sexual predator. Then gain 10 new subscribers. Be a man.
Nah, just mine. Everything else too. Lesbian, gay, queer, trans. I don't give a shit, but all the other wannabes, you don't know what persecution is like.
You literally just... The joke went so far over your head. The joke went over your head, shot to the moon, hit the moon, went back to Earth, hit the ground, and then the Incredible Hulk jumped on it and then pissed on it for fun. That's how far the joke went over your head. Anyhow, let's continue.
Hey, a minor. I need to get some drink. My throat's parched, and let me gather my thoughts. You're talking to a minor in a conversation that's leaning a little inappropriate. That's a little bit of a red flag, in my opinion. You're a married man. Keep it professional, right? Now, jokes and stuff like that, as long as they're not sexual, I could see that being okay as well. But if you go sexual, if you go inappropriate, that's where I kind of have an issue with it. Now, he says, now from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. So that's like...
I would have cut out the cussing because that just makes it seem very unprofessional. At least from my standpoint, it seems rather very unprofessional.
Well, okay, so sex joke is a sex joke, but if you're disguising a sexual content and nature and saying it's a joke, that's not a sex joke. That's you disguising a sexual nature and being like, oh, I'm just joking, by the way. No. Like, has anyone here, raise your hand if you've ever told a sex joke?
I think that we all have, my dude. It's all about
there you go.
Sexual and then being like, oh, I'm just joking with you. That's not a sex joke. That's you being inappropriate and you're trying to cover it up.
Because you're being a dick.
Yeah. No, you're being an asshole and the person did not reciprocate.
No, you're being you need to stop being a
dumbass.
I got a simpler way to put it, man.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
Personally, this is what I think they're doing.
Round, fuck around, I fuck around. Yeah, fuck around.
And this is what they need to be doing.
Stop fucking around.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
I love sex jokes, but I'm not going to direct a sexual comment towards someone and be like, oh, I'm just joking, by the way. No, I'm telling you an actual joke.
I'll phrase it like this and then we'll continue on with the video because my recording time's almost up. So, I tell people like this: when I make a sex joke, I make it pretty clear that it's a joke. Like there's a punchline. I set up for the punchline, and then I go for the punchline. I don't just walk up to a woman, like say a big-breasted woman down the street, and I go, "Hey, those are nice titties. I want to slap them." Oh, I'm just kidding.
Or,
like
nice melon.
Yeah, something like that. I would love to suck on your melons.
Do you grow them like that, or is that natural?
Yeah. When I used to work with my other coworkers that were as messed up as I am, I was like, hey, do you want to hear a dirty joke? And they're like, yeah, fuck it, let's hear it. And I would tell them the actual joke. I wouldn't go up to them, make a sexual comment, and be like, oh, I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's like... Saying, for another example, I've seen this where like this one person walked up to this lady and he was like, man, I'd love to tap that ass, and he like does the whole wink wink nod thing, and when she looked at him dirty, he's like, oh, I'm just kidding, you don't need to be so harsh about it. I'm like, she don't fucking know you, and you literally just said you wanted to bend her over in public. Why you think she's looking at you as if you fucking grew a third eye and became a serial killer? But anyhow, let's continue on with the video.
That has to be an admission right there. He's not going into detail, but he's saying that these conversations shouldn't have happened. So he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out for some reason. I don't know. Honestly, just come out and fucking say it. If you're innocent, just come out and say, guys, I didn't do shit. But he's saying there was whispers. He's saying these were inappropriate, but there was nothing illegal. So he's still kind of like, prove it. Do you not have the chat logs? Does Twitch not have them? Is that part of something that's covered by the settlement because Twitch would be in hot water too? That's what I want to fucking know. Now he says, now with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. So now he's saying that as well. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst for your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh my god, look at their face. I paused it on again.
Saying, hey, I'm one of these people, but I don't like these people also. It's like, dude, you're a murderer, but you say you don't like murderers.
I'm going to switch over there real quick because I like the faces that I keep pausing on Eric. I'm showing it on screen for the rest of them. for our audience here, but I don't know if you guys can see the mouse, but like the face right here. This is the face of when you fuck up. When you get the girl. When your father tells you don't get your girlfriend pregnant, but you get her pregnant anyhow. That's the face he's making.
Or he told you too late.
Yeah. Rich just sounds like fucking not Rich. Fucking Dr. Disrespect sounds like bullshit.
Well, I'm gonna say Rich sounds like bullshit too.
No, not Rich. Well, yeah, Rich is full of bullshit. But Dr. Disrespect, literally, you're going to tell us that you have done some inappropriate things with minors and then say, oh, by the way, I hate other child predators. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, you're one of them.
No doubt about it. He's one of them. Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta say allegedly.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to do this quick disclaimer.
Yeah,
we are saying allegedly we think you are part of the child predator community. Until you show evidence to prove otherwise, that is our opinion of you right now. And based upon the message that you left, we don't have much other conclusions we can come to because honestly, you don't sound innocent.
Inappropriately texting a minor.
Again, allegedly, because this has not been proven in court, so this technically can come.
Himself, though, that he was inappropriate.
I would like to not be sued. Thank you very much. I would like to not be sued. So let me finish this real quick. This is our disclaimer, our opinions of what we think you've said, our opinions. So there you go.
I would love to see Dr. Disrespect sue me. I don't have a dime to my name, so go ahead.
He just put a lien against your name.
Yep, and not to mention you could put one against me too because I'm airing your opinion, so it would be considered part of mine. So for the sake of not being, so for the sake of brevity, this is our opinions on what you've said. If it is not, if you think our opinions are wrong, then you need to prove us wrong with the text messages. Until then, you are not changing our opinions of what we think of you. Anyhow, let's continue on with the video.
This is back to where I say, dude, allegations, exaggerated allegations at that have no evidence. I believe people that throw those out, 110%, should be susceptible. Is that the word? I always have problems coming up with words without stuttering, but they should be held accountable for making false allegations. So.
Hey, Sheriff, can you think of a couple of people?
One was called Amber, I believe. Her last name was Turd, I believe it was.
Amber Turd, yeah.
And then the other one?
Rick was pretty close to that too, actually.
I'm about to say there was one.
I'm sure he'd be pretty good at faking the tears, just like a turd.
There's also that one chick in the UK that was throwing around false allegation against men, and the judge finally saw her pattern after the fifth dude. By the way, this woman is not fuckable. Who would pick her to rape?
Someone who had bear goggles, buddy.
Well, she falsely accused 5 men, and the judge said, "Are you kidding me?" and actually charged her with 3 years of prison.
I was about to say, to finish the joke I was saying with me and Sheriff, I was saying
Amber Turd.
I wasn't referring to Amber. There was a couple of people that have popped up recently on YouTube that accused a certain somebody that I'm pointing at of something he didn't do, thanks to a admin named Once Two Cents that also made that claim. I'm pointing right at that person. Who would those 2 people happen to be, Sheriff?
Oh, Rich shows like one. Review Tech USA.
Eric is one.
And then
and you are one. So technically 3 people.
I was referencing bad moments in locale history as the other one. Because he made a video claiming that I have alt accounts, that I love stalking Rich for some reason and paying him to be called a sexual predator and a pedophile, which...
I would love to see those receipts.
Which I'm like, where the fuck did you get those receipts? 1 2 cents, go fuck yourself. Anyhow.
Oh, that's one hell of a king, dude.
I know, right? I get off on it, you know, man. I just get off on being called a sexual predator and paying people to do it.
Here's the 1 2 cent. You are a narcissistic fucking asshole that just loves causing drama because your life fucking sucks. That's the truth, 1 2 cents. Fuck you.
Yes. Well, I wish I had that on my sound. I had Daniel Bryan saying yes, so here's the closest one to it. I couldn't possibly agree more with it. And if you got evidence, show me in a video. Make a fucking video about me. I want you to.
Just fucking show the evidence. Like, honestly, you don't even have to make a fucking video. Just show the fucking screenshots. You fucking two-faced fucking asshole.
Well, Rich is all cheeks, so he probably can't even get up off that fucking chair, even if he wasn't high.
We're talking about JKB's admin, J Hoop's best friend, 1 2 cents.
Yeah, wasn't his all the way up Rich's ass anyway?
Yeah, he's also one of Rich's quote-unquote detractors, which he doesn't fucking detract at all. If anything, he just makes up shit. Which, by the way, he also pissed off 8-Bit Eric again in my Discord server. So there's another reason to join my Patreon, so you can watch Eric roast his ass alive, too. Anyhow, let's continue on with... So far, it's been a great video, in my opinion, and that face is perfectly how I feel.
Somebody out here is outright saying he's a pedophile and that they're throwing those out and it's like a Twitch employee or something. They should 110% be responsible for damages to his reputation and slander and all that. I don't believe in accusations without evidence. With that said, he's coming out here admitting that he did have messages with people, but he's also saying he's not a pedophile and there was nothing illegal about it. We can't really do much. Our hands are tied between these statements and everybody dropping him and everything going on right here. I'm not going to call him a pedophile. I'm just going to say...
Man, doesn't Disrespect live in L.A.?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Sweet home Alabama.
Well, no, L.A., which me and another member of our Discord has had this talk. And it's LA doesn't prosecute pedophiles. Like, they refuse to prosecute pedophiles. Unless they are caught in the act of molesting a child, they will not prosecute them. So if Dr. Disrespect says, oh, technically what I did is not illegal, in other states, what you did could be illegal.
Could be illegal. But anyhow, let's continue on.
Good look to suddenly retire and make a long statement and have all your sponsors dropped. Evidently, there's something enough here to where people are saying yikes. And it's unfortunate to see. You hate to see this stuff. Now, he says, but I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you.
So I have a problem with that. Okay. Yes, I will try and keep my mouth shut, but
no. The reason I did that was because Eric's face is exactly what I described. Just he said
I'm rubbing my head right now, and I'm rubbing my eyes because that fucking statement pissed me off, because he's like, oh, I love everyone that supported me and shit, even though this has literally come out to light recently, where it's actually viral. So the people that were supporting you didn't know that you were doing this. Didn't know that you did it. But now you're coming out, oh, thank you for supporting me during this time of me being a creep chomo. It's like, are you seriously? Like, most of the public did not know that you did this until recently.
I absolutely have to agree. I don't know what to say anymore, man. I really just.
Well, I'm just telling the truth, how it is.
I'm at a loss for words.
He's already said it all. He's admitted to talking to minors when he shouldn't be. He's already shown himself to be quite cagey about the details, despite the fact he said, well, basically, I'm out of my NDAs and someone else leaked it. So it ain't my fault. So,
and most of his viewers that supported him over the years didn't even know that this was going on.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put
crooked as far as I'm concerned. He looks guilty to me.
I'll put it to you this way: I've got minors in my Discord, and I know there's minors that follow me on YouTube. And I always keep it professional. I tell them that as professional as I can possibly keep it. Well, because I'm not 100% perfect about it. But
warning, you're gonna see some shit.
I explained to them that my server is an adult-oriented server, not like porn-related. Porn is completely banned from my Discord. A warning to anyone that joins my Discord: you post porn, you're getting banned, and you're going to be also report it to the police or the FBI, depending on where you're at.
Or commandment number 6: if you have a problem with someone, let a mod know. And then if you don't trust that mod, let another mod know so we can discuss that.
Because, speaking as far as the porn thing is concerned, sexual harassment, that is another one I take very freaking serious. And I tell every minor that walks on my Discord that you have to be at least 16, though, to get in my Discord. Otherwise, I will boot you. I will not accept anyone under 16. Well, let me finish, though. Let me finish. So, I tell them, if for whatever reason, if someone, a member or even the highest ranking mods and admins I have, if any one of them ever message you for sexual purposes, you are to notify me immediately without hesitation, because I will act in accordance with that, which will equal that person being banned until they can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that they did not message that minor with sexual intentions in mind. And that's exactly where I stand on that. And there's going to be no vote, no nothing. If you can't prove to me right then and there you didn't do it, you're fucked.
But every mod should be notified of what someone did.
Yeah, obviously everyone's going to be notified, but we should not be talking about all the inner workings of the Discord server out in the public like that. But anyhow, because most people aren't going to give a flying fuck, and maybe like the 2 people that watch this that give a flying fuck might go either one of 2 ways. Either they'll go, yay, he did a great job, or oh my god, he's a sexual predator, I must make a bullshit claim on Twitter about it again. I'm hinting at someone who's still a subscriber of mine. Stop being a subscriber of mine. Anyhow, let's go.
Right.
But once this
finally, if you're uncomfortable with this,
oh no, he ain't the one I'm referring to.
Oh, Rich, you mean?
No, it ain't Rich either. There's someone else.
Well,
it's a dent of his.
Way, it's more the fact of, honestly, just don't talk to minors. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Don't DM minors. If you actually have to talk to them, do it on a public where everyone can see. but DMing a minor, unless it's like an apology or you're trying to make friends with them, not like a friend, but like, what's that new guy's name? Well, I'm not going to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. If I even thought that he was remotely doing anything, I would immediately message everyone in the mod.
Again, talking about inner workings here, the point we should leave on is that Dr. Disrespect knew what he was doing, yet he chose to continue doing so. So therefore,
pedophilic or grooming.
So in my opinion, he should not be given the benefit of the doubt unless he can prove that he had truly, up to that point when Twitch banned him, he had no clue that that was a minor. If he was notified after he was banned or during the ban, and he was notified that that was a minor, then I could understand why he'd be like, what the fuck?
But okay, there is the benefit of the doubt, but he knew that it was a minor, and it went on for a long period of time, where even Twitch knew about it.
So
that Twitch covered it up.
That's my point, is that he knew it, yet he continued to do so. So therefore, that's why my opinion is he is potentially a groomer, again, unless the messages come out. But anyhow, let's continue on with the video.
Statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. So he's taking an indefinite break. He's admitting right there he's not going anywhere. He's coming back after his vacation. The issue is, though, a lot of this is still pretty sus. A lot of it isn't a good look, and I can't fuck with it, and other people can't either. You can see...
no, I'm fucking with it.
Raw's alert says, me reading this for the third time as you keep editing this like crazy. Vicarious Nick says, I got caught before I did anything illegal with a minor. Summed it up for you. Stephen Crowder says, you edited out minor and then edited it back in. D-Day Cobra says, to be honest, you should have been banned for using Twitch whisper messages in general. Embarrassing. Were there real intentions behind these messages? Absolutely not.
That face right there. That face is hilarious.
Which honestly, when it comes to Eric,
yeah, right.
I know he has a lot of fans, and I'm pretty sure some of them are like underage and they kind of like him. But he admits that if something goes toward that route, he shuts it down and he archives it to show he didn't do anything wrong, and he shut it down as fast as he could.
And the same here for me. If a minor message, because I've dealt with this once before, and I've always handled it the same way. If I get any sort of explicit messages or anything that might be leading towards that, I give them a firm warning to not send me another message, or they will be blocked and reported. And I'm going to save those messages in case they decide to come out with some baseless accusations. Just like the certain somebody I just mentioned earlier. 2 cents. Oh, did I say that name out loud?
Oh, I heard fuck 2 cents.
Yeah, I think I heard fuck nugget 2 cents. I think that's what I actually said.
I heard got no sense.
No, I think I heard retards 2 cents. I think that's what I heard.
Or fucking goddamn. Okay, so pass me on that. I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head.
I know what you were thinking. You were thinking Jay's assholes 2 cents. You were thinking Jay's assholes 2 cents.
No, I was thinking of something worse, but I didn't want to say it.
Now go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, because I'll put it on Patreon.
Pedo 2 cents.
Hey, what?
Pedo 2 cents.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say it was because it was fucked up.
Well, I mean, he is a fuck nuggets 2 cents. But anyhow, let's continue.
I mean, look at this. Philly Beats for You says, I'm just confused. How does someone who has a whole ass family, money, everything in life throw it away just to be horny online with a minor in the whispered DMs? The stuff blows my mind. I mean, honestly, it was a mistake, and you could say that you're not the same person, even if you made changes and stuff. Once you make a statement like this and admit to it, the court of public opinion is never going to let it go. And I know this was a desperate situation for him because over the weekend he's had sponsors drop him. He's had, his own studio drop. I mean, just look, this Turtle Beach. They dropped all his merch, anything to deal with him, all branding. He's losing all of his brand deals. His money's going away. And yeah, when you start to...
Is it actually dropping him? Or is it saying, hey, dude, you fucked up so bad, we can't even be affiliated?
Well, that's what dropping him means, is that you're essentially saying that the reputation is so far screwed that if we continue associating with you, we will lose sales or potentially go out of business.
Well, he can't blame anyone except himself.
Oh, yeah.
He did this to himself.
That's not what anyone's arguing. It's just simply Eric is just showing the severity of the situation. He is showing the audience and us the severity of how bad these are, because some people do not understand that he didn't just make a slight mistake. He didn't even just make a huge mistake. He royally fucked up.
But if Dr. Disrespect wanted to keep his entire reputation, just show us the messages. That's all you have to do. But why are you hiding it? Because, yeah, you're a fucking creep and you don't want people seeing it.
We should start a hashtag campaign called Show Us the Messages, Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, show us the messages, Dr. Disrespect.
Rich.
Hashtag 1-2 cents. Here you go. There's 3 hashtags. I got 3 hashtags for this video. Hashtag show us the messages, Dr. Disrespect. Hashtag show me the receipts, 1-2 cents. Hashtag show me the receipts, RTU. Fuck you, Rich. Fuck you, ones. Fuck off. And I mean fuck off. Assholes.
Sheriff.
Yo.
You had something to say.
You were going to say something?
You had something to say.
Oh, I was just saying, Rich should show the receipts himself because he wants to hide them amongst them cheeks.
Amongst his Minecraft ass looking cheeks, and his belly so fucking big he looks like he wiped out a buffet.
Take off the fucking wig and the fucking sunglasses, you fucking perv.
No, you know what? His new name now is going to be Dr. Dumbass.
You're a dumbass.
Dr. Pedo.
That is insulting to actual dumbasses.
Or Dr. Pedo.
Dr. Fuck Nugget.
Just call him Pedo.
Dr. Pedo.
Dr. Creep. I like that one.
Creep is actually pretty good. It's actually kind of PG.
It actually works pretty well for him. That's what I'm gonna refer to him for the rest of this video as Dr. Creep. Anyhow, let's continue.
Backed into a corner, you're going to make these statements, and I don't know, the whole editing stuff is weird. I would have had a lawyer look at it. I wouldn't have typed it myself.
Amen, Eric.
Proofread it.
Real quick, Eric, on that opinion, always have a lawyer go over your statement like that before you release it. And let's continue.
I would have choose my words wisely. Again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. If he settled, he settled. But my opinion is that this statement has a lot of stuff still that just adds even more questions. And why is this a huge mystery still? Who fucking knows, honestly. My main thing now is why was Twitch hiding this shit? Now, let's go ahead and look at the reactions from people. Here's Nick Merckx, who's somebody that's been close with the doc for years. Let's watch his statement.
Been friends with Dr. Creep for years.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, you know. And look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and
I completely agree.
It. Hang on, honey. Doing this, I'm talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but.
Wait, why the fuck did he goes, I'm talking to Twitter, babe? Like, what the fuck? Was she, like, looking at him, thinking he's recording her?
No, she was calling him over for a quick statement, because she was going to ask him a question. But,
no, but it seems like one of those fucking, why are you recording? Are you trying to look at me? Like, what the fuck? What I'm doing on my phone
I can already see you, but I don't need to come over to talk to you and look at you.
That face right there.
My phone's not faced toward you.
So
my phone's on me.
So I don't know Nick at all, but I just want to say this for the record. That face is the face of what a douchebag looks like.
Honestly, he seems like a really good dude, so I'm not gonna comment anything bad. Like, honestly, it just looks like a dude that's recording a video in public, like a fucking douchebag.
See, you didn't want to make any horrible comments, then you turned around and said that he's a douchebag for recording in public, so hashtag hypocrite. Anyhow, I'm just fucking with you, Nick. I don't know you. I don't know you at all. I can tell you're at your house.
Well, he's the deputy, so I mean...
Well, I'm not deputy, I'm detective. But
sorry, detective. Well, he's a detective, not the sheriff, so you know that's why.
Fair enough.
But
well,
like
to finish he's not recording in public. He's recording at his house.
No, he's not. He's not at his house. He's in public.
Well, clearly he was at his house. You could hear his wife yelling.
Oh, he could be outside his house.
That's why I was saying he's outside his house recording, which is smart. That's pretty smart, actually, to record outside your house. So I just wanted to say this real quick before we move on. Nick, I don't know you. You probably seem like a nice guy. Don't take me too serious.
Honestly, he seems like a bear, like one of those teddy bears. Like, he's a really big dude, but he's so fucking nice.
Yeah, he's really nice, and then you like me, and you trigger him, and he turns into like this vicious monster that grows claws and rips people apart.
He just kind of seems like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, yeah, he's a really big fucking dude, but he's a teddy bear at heart.
Not quite where I thought that was going. I would have said someone a little closer to like Andre the Giant, where Andre the Giant was actually a very big teddy bear. But the thing was that people just hounded him way too much.
Andre was so fucking big. This guy can't even compare to Andre.
Andre was like...
But even Arnold Schwarzenegger looked like a fucking kid next to him.
He was 6'11" at the time of his death.
Oh yeah. Also, he could pound an entire case of beer without taking a piss.
Well, his liver actually was pretty damn strong, but unfortunately, his disease cost him his life.
His stomach was fucking huge.
Truly one of the greats in wrestling. Rest in peace, Andre the Giant. Anyhow, let's continue.
Yeah.
What can you do?
R.I.P.
I just want to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And I mean, look, I hope you guys have a good day. All right.
I just want to say something.
He's walking down a walking path.
More than likely, it's probably like a beach home or something like that.
Background. No, he has probably a beachfront house, but he's walking down a walking path.
That's what I was saying.
You have no reasonable expectation of privacy anyway, so.
But anyhow, I was going to say something real quick about Andre the Giant that I would have loved to have met him, honestly. But
same.
But anyhow, to move past that, Nick definitely seems. Cause I kind of forgot most of what he said because of the Andre the Giant comments, but it definitely seems like somebody's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I've been his best friend for years, and like I've supported him through everything, so I don't know how to react to this. Cause I'm not saying I've been in exactly the same boat, but I've been in a similar boat with friends of mine who I thought were good people that I knew for years that I supported, and then I'd come to find out one day that they were just absolute trash human beings who just did not care about anybody else but themselves.
So, remember when I told you about my early pranking days on 4chan?
Yeah, you told me a little bit about it.
Swagger Souls is the guy that I was thinking about, but I forgot his name. The guy that always hides his face because he doesn't want to be known in the public.
Yeah.
No, he was part of one of our prank calls, and we were fucking assholes back then. Not Swagger Souls directly, but he was part of the 4chan group that would just fuck with people because we were kids with computers. Like in the early 2000s, we were just kids with computers that loved fucking with people. Swagger Souls, honestly, he's probably one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, but he always hides his face because no one actually knows what he looks like. Unless you're his best friend and that he trusts you, he will never show his face. Like Dr. Disrespect, everyone knows what he looks like because he goes to game cons and shit. But yet he still wears that stupid fucking wig and the fucking sunglasses.
Like I said, it's is what it is there. And I've already made my statements clear about how I feel about it. Let's continue.
But there's a severe amount of disappointment there. Now, this individual right here, the first comment we're going to look at it, he says, no wrongdoing, no criminal case, no legal ramifications, paid up by Twitch, no proof shown of the details of the conversations or of what inappropriate actually means, no idea what Doc knew regarding age before the message. These things need to be addressed. Stat.
Amen.
I completely agree. And you can see he's disavowing it. He said there was no excuse for that, for any of that. But people are still going to give him shit. I've seen people that are wokey progressives that, for whatever reason, they defend grooming children to become trans and, you know, LGBTQ, but they see a problem with this. That they should just see a problem with messing with kids in general.
I agree and disagree with that statement about trans people grooming, because the majority of trans people I've met stay away from minors for the most part.
Well, it's more the fact of people trying to turn kids into trans people. You have a full-grown adult that is telling kids that are not even fully capable to understand what they're going through. By the way, everyone in the history of the world don't even know what the fuck they are until they figure it out.
Pretty much so. Anyhow, let's move on from this so I don't get canceled.
In any way, shape, or form bad. Whether it's Twitch whispers or providing them access to non-FDA approved fucking hormone stuff. Right, Keffels? So you can see Nick Merckx is pretty pissed off about it.
Love the Keffels reference.
Now here's Tim the Tap Man talking about it. And yeah.
I will say that start of the video kind of makes it look like he's stoned out of his mind, which I wouldn't blame him. If I found out my best friend, I'm going to zoom in on me real quick. If I found out my best friend, one of my best friends, anywhere, including here in the Discord, if I found out one of my best friends was actually grooming children, I would fucking want to get as high as possible so I could forget it as quickly as possible.
I'd be pissed. If I found out that anyone was grooming someone that I was in contact with, I would be fucking pissed. I would actually go on a full-on rampage.
I don't blame you. Anyhow, let's continue on.
Wow, this is
Absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing.
I completely agree on that. This is just all this is too much.
I've known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if
don't fucking say
that was a minor and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that.
I can't either. Nobody should. Unfortunately, we still don't know if he knew the individual was a minor or not. And I really wish Doc would have put that in this statement. He didn't. We still don't know if he knew ahead of time if this individual was a minor or not. That's one of the most unfortunate things about this situation, is that we don't know that. And that would clarify a lot of fucking things.
Well, okay. Hang on, pause. So, if anyone ever fucking was figured out to be a fucking child predator, wouldn't you be pissed instead of being like, oh, well, we were friends for a long time and I didn't know about this? Wouldn't you be like, what the fuck was he thinking?
So you have to understand that the way the human mind works is very, very interesting. And some people will not always jump immediately to anger. For example, I'll go back to Rich. I legitimately thought that I had a chance to help somebody get out of a bad situation. So when I heard that he called me a sexual predator with no evidence and banned me, and no one in the chat stood up for me, that told me right away that those who claimed that were friends with me were not friends with me. They were not. They didn't care.
The problem between you and him is the fact you were accused with that actual proof. He's learning that his friend, with proof and word of mouth, is a fucking child predator. I'm pretty sure he saw the tweet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these videos were made after the actual publication of what Dr. Disrespect did.
Yes.
He didn't know about it for years. He was friends with him for years. But the fact that he is posting these videos after knowing, wouldn't he be pissed? Because I'm pretty sure this guy has kids. He literally brought around a friend in LA to his house that was a sexual predator. And he's not pissed about it. Like, honestly, as a father and as any rational person, I would flip the fuck out. I would be like, yo, I'm sorry. I did not know who this dude really was, but fuck it.
Well, here's the thing. If you let me put the ultimate situation here. Let's pull a Pro Jarrett. Remember, he was accused of the exact same thing, and for months, people believed his ex and believed the children who were accusing him. Pro Jarrett made a video where he... Wait, hold up. Let me finish. I'm getting to a point. Gotta let me finish, though. Unlike your ex, you gotta let me finish. So, to my point, Pro Jarrett put a video out showing beyond a reasonable doubt that the messages that were true had no sexual innutation whatsoever, and that the person who did send those messages lied about their age, and the other one completely fabricated their story. They had no proof, and they admitted to the fact that they had severe mental disabilities and issues happening at the times they claimed Pro Jared was sexting them.
Hang on. Are we talking about Jared Fogle?
No, we're talking about Pro Jared. Jared, I forget his last name. He's the gaming YouTuber whose ex-wife accused him of being a predator and a wife-cheating bastard. Which, come to find out, she actually forced him into an open marriage, and when he kept trying to get out of it, she would threaten to kill herself, threaten to ruin his career, and ultimately tried to ruin his career when he finally said, "Fuck you, I had enough, I'm leaving."
Honestly, if I ever had a girlfriend that threatened suicide because I was
wife, like he was married to her.
Well, a wife. If I literally had a wife saying, "Hey, if you divorce me, I'm gonna kill myself," I would have called the cops immediately and said, "Hey, this fucking batshit crazy bitch is trying to kill herself."
He lives in California. They don't give a flying fuck about that. Anyhow.
No, if you call the police, no matter where you are, that someone is trying to commit suicide or threatening to commit suicide, they have to be institutionalized. At least for 30 days minimum.
Again, you're also, you're looking at it all from a logical standpoint, because that's all you can look at. You don't look at it from the
legal.
Emotional standpoint. Emotions, especially in situations like that, will play a heavy role in your logic. Yes.
Emotionally, in front of me, if one of my exes said, "Hey, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself," the first thing I'm going to do is call the cops. Because either one, she's going to say, I abused her, or two, I can at least have phone evidence that, hey, she just threatened to kill herself, and I don't know what to do.
Anyhow, to get back to my point, the point I was trying to make here is that if he did what you said to do, which was tell completely fuck off, I hate you, I hope you die, I hope you get murdered in prison, things like that. Let me finish. 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 There we go. I'm being hyperbole. And then Dr. Disrespect turns around, posts all those messages, and come to find out there wasn't actually anything inappropriate happening. He would make himself look like a jackass, and then people would bag on him and then try to take him down the same way they took Dr. Disrespect down. Excuse me, Dr. Creep down. So, it is best to just state your opinion, but to not lean one way or the other until either the dust settles and nothing else comes from it, or the text messages finally get released. That is the biggest problem with the whole situation. It's probably what's going to get me canceled, is the fact of the matter is there's no messages. There is only his word and two former administrators from Twitch. That's it.
Admitting to it. Admitting that there were inappropriate messages to a minor by the horse's mouth itself. Honestly, I would be kind of pissed.
And I don't blame you.
Messaging minors.
I would be upset, like I stated before, I would be extremely upset if I found out someone that was my best friend that I knew for years was turning out to turn into a groomer. I would call it the hell bit.
I wouldn't make a video saying,
lads, are we sitting here arguing, or are we talking about the video? This is turning to movie night again.
Yeah. I'll have to edit all this out for YouTube.
I've been up since 5:30 in the morning, lads. It's 8:55, almost 9 p.m. here. I'd like to finish the video and then go to bed.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that for doing the whole time.
Like I said, my recording time's almost up, so let's continue.
I appreciate y'all.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to say, but I didn't get the chance to say, is that I can't tell if that's a bear, but I love that tattoo that he has. I would never get it because I'm too much of a bloody coward, but that is a badass tattoo. That was something I wanted to compliment him on.
Tattoos are easy.
You're talking to someone that hates needles.
This beat me up, but
I hate needles.
This is
just get knocked out.
Unfortunate to see. This is awful. So
you can see the disappointment.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love you give,
and yeah, you should be disappointed. It's a close friend. It's you hate to see stuff like this. Again, we don't know if the individual let Dr. Disrespect know they were a minor, or if Disrespect was aware of it at all. That's the gray area in all this. But still, married man, even entertaining an inappropriate conversation from somebody could be frowned upon. Now, continuing on, Robert Bowling, who is part of Midnight Society, also made a statement, and he was more fired up than anything. He said, "This is a statement from me personally. It does not reflect any of my companies and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, period. I promise to only act on facts." And I did. And I believe he's also the studio head at Midnight Society, which was the people that Dr. Disrespect founded this studio with. They were making a game that people were pretty excited for. Disrespect was basically the figurehead of the whole entire company, and now everybody's pretty pissed off at him. Now, continuing on, this was earlier in the day before these allegations were addressed by Dr. Disrespect. Ninja even made a statement on this, basically just saying...
Here's what I'll point out for now, and that is, if you guys don't know, Midnight Society, which is the game that Doc helped build, right, and create, and he was a part of the company, did their own investigative research behind the scenes.
Is this Ninja? Right? Is this what he looks like now?
Enough, right? Found enough evidence to let him go from the company, right? Not administrative leave, not we'll address this later, like let him go after doing their own research, right? And after doing their own behind the scenes.
Well, if that is to be believed, and it is believed that the company did their own research, that means they must have found something that led them to believe that they needed to fire him. So now I gotta ask, why doesn't the company release the messages then?
Well, I will give the benefit of doubt. It's like kind of Joseph Moreland, where he got accused from shit that he didn't actually fucking do, and it was proven, but he was still disconnected from the company. But it comes back to the fact that Dr. Disrespect himself said he was doing inappropriate shit with a minor.
I mean, like I've also stated before, unless the messages prove that he didn't say anything inappropriate, there's no defending this guy. There's no defending him. There's no excusing what he did. I mean, all I can say now is just release the messages.
If you want to prove your innocence, messages, bro. Just show us the receipts of what actually happened. But if you don't want to actually do it and you want to save your rep, you're doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, your reputation's in the hole, and makes me wonder if he's going to make a video statement or say something on his live stream. Definitely keep an eye out for that. But anyhow, as far as the video itself is concerned, I go back to the first time we reviewed Eric's videos. I like the way it's structured, and I like that like I told Pirate Canvas that I like the face cam in the back right there and the showing the facial expressions, because to me showing your facial expressions, I'm going to zoom in on me, showing the facial expressions shows that you're reacting to the content, you're in real time, or at least showing us in maybe an exaggerated sense how you felt when you watched the video, and not just you telling us what you think. That was something that I enjoy from Eric, is showing the facial reactions, but not like Jay, where he's kind of I got fired by Review Tech USA, or Rich and his watch this like this, DSP doesn't know how to play. Drool comes down his mouth.
For Rich, you're a dumbass.
No, but that's what he does. He'll hit the applause button because he is indeed a dumbass.
You're a dumbass. You're great.
Well, it's more the fact of me and Sheriff are watching this live. I've been watching this video since the beginning. It's just more the fact of, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's just
everything Dr. Disrespect said in his fucking tweet.
You need to correct yourself as Dr. Creep.
Well, yeah, Dr. Creep, not Disrespect, because honestly, he's a fucking creep.
That much I think all three of us can agree on. As it stands, he's a creep. What do you think, Sheriff?
Not much. I've been up for almost 16 hours, so.
Well, honestly, if I found out
one, and some people keep trying to derail the conversation.
Hey! I forgot what I was going to say. Anyhow, let's continue.
If that's not enough, right, evidence or enough to. Like, they found...
He has a point there, and he even said a settlement, no matter what it looks like publicly, usually means somebody did something. And you settle to cover things up, you settle to not let things get out there.
I disagree with that.
That's a fair point. To me, sure, settlements always kind of look...
Sure,
oh my God.
Missed the part where I, at the beginning of the recording, so... Dr. Disrespect is saying that he is resigning. It's not a resignation. It's he got fired. The only reason they're letting him say he's resigning is to save face.
And I think I agree with that, honestly. But anyhow, let's continue on with that.
Like, hey guys, let's wrap it under wraps, and let's just look at some stuff that other people are saying before we close it out here. Very dark, ask a lot of questions as well. This doc situation is crazy at this point. I'm trying to wrap my head around everything like most people. I believe in innocent until proven guilty, and the statement from Midnight Society where they claim they've talked to parties involved seems suspect to me given the short amount of time since the allegations were made. And I ask myself, who is it they could have talked to? Cody? Journalist? Either way, it definitely wasn't Twitch, as they most likely under the same NDAs Doc is. Tweets made in 2023 by Cody have surfaced showing him trying to profit off of this knowledge, meaning that if something did happen, he's as guilty as everyone else for not saying anything sooner.
And I do want to hit that point one more time for Sheriff also. If Cody knew for a fact that he did these things and he didn't step out and say something, instead used it to promote his band, I think Cody's hard drives need to be investigated as well and he be detained. That is my personal opinion.
No, an FBI raid doesn't go toward detainment.
No, like I stated, that's my personal opinion. You should be investigated and detained.
Well, okay, so I had a friend. He's actually a famous fucking book writer and prank caller. When the FBI came to his door, they told him, "Hey, we're raiding your house. Can you just like leave for like 2 hours. They took all his equipment, took all his fucking shit. And when he came back home, he was like, all right, well, I guess I'm fucked. But it turned out he got a 3-year probation to where he was not allowed to use a computer.
Oh, that had to have been very, very nice.
Well, the person that, well, he did not hack Safeway, but he did log into someone else's login that was one of his fans, and that's how he got raided.
Yeah, that will do it.
They took all
that will do it.
But they called him a hacker. And he was like, dude, literally someone gave this information to me. I'm not a hacker. I just logged in.
Anyhow, let's continue.
That's the thing. That is the fucking thing. I think.
Oh, wait, hold up. He didn't. That's right. He didn't read the bottom part. That was why I wanted to pause there, because I wanted to read that bottom part.
That Cody was trying to.
I'll pause this real quick. I really think at this point the ball is in Doc's court now. I don't think he can do the same thing as last time, which was disappear for months with no explanation. This is the type of situation where you have to get in front of it, even if you can't get all of the specifics out yet. Doc's next moves will be very telling, and that's where I have to agree. If Dr. Creep doesn't clear his name, he doesn't post these messages, and he just either ignores it or kind of brushes it off, or maybe slightly addresses it on either a live stream or a video, he's done for. His career is completely done for. He might as well go ahead and see if he can find a 9-to-5 at this point. If he does that.
If there was an NDA, he just violated it. Because he talked about it.
Yeah, so obviously there can't be either that or the NDA is
void.
Expired. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Or he got it voided because of what Cody did.
If someone said something in public and talked about his stuff, the contract would be voided. I'm pretty sure Dr. Creep has enough lawyers to fucking fight that.
Yeah, so that's where we all three can agree he needs to release those messages. Let's continue.
Up it off of it. I'm like, okay, what is Twitch hiding? What's Twitch doing here? Now, this email is allegedly, it's a potential leak. It's not confirmed. This is saying that all sorts of stuff were here that is, I guess, being used to say that there was a setup. There was a whole plan to, I guess, get him removed, that Twitch employees couldn't stand him. It's a huge...
So, to make this point short, because that actually was a very long email that I read, and I don't feel like rereading that. The alleged email leaks that was leaked basically was apparently a bunch of head Twitch moderators and admins who hated Dr. Disrespect's content, hated him as a person, hated his gimmick, and they were conspiring to figure out how to remove him from the platform to quote-unquote save money. And one of the schemes was having a decoy message him and make it seem like that he was a sexual predator, so they could just boot his ass out.
Hang on. Even if there's a decoy, he could have shut that shit down immediately.
Right. That's why the conspiracy theory is doesn't hold much ground. At least in my opinion, it doesn't hold much ground, because at the end of the day, he could have stopped this, and he chose not to. So he's kind of getting what he deserves.
No, even if it was a decoy, it's like, seriously, you still did what you did. We have shit against you. I'm pretty sure maybe even Amazon and fucking Twitch took part of his fucking donation just to keep it quiet.
Who knows?
The dude was making over $1,000 a day.
who knows really? Until the messages get leaked out, or the company, Twitch, or the higher ups in Amazon say something, who knows?
Fucking read. Well, you can find it on Twitter if you want to go. There's no confirmation on any of this, but I think this rabbit hole of the whole situation is much bigger than what we're all picking up and putting down on this situation. I think there's a lot more that's not come to light. I think there might be Twitch employees involved, other streamers involved. This is a weird situation, guys. This is probably easily, and I heard Keemstar say this the other day, this is probably the biggest gaming story in the last decade, if not top 3.
But
for as big of a figure as Dr. Disrespect was and all the stuff being covered up. Like, this is allegedly getting into territory that is like beyond he said, she said stuff. Now, Melanie Mack also said that
oh God.
No, there's a lot to unpack there, but honestly, if Dr. Disrespect had nothing to hide, just show us the DMs. You could literally take down Amazon and you can countersue them. You could literally sue them if they were doing that kind of stuff.
I think we're just beating a dead horse at this point with the release of messages. So,
honestly, that's the only thing that can save Dr. Creepo.
Dr. Creeptastic.
Disrespect should drop the chat logs for full context. Were inappropriate messages about the minor or some locker room jokes unrelated that shouldn't have been said. Either way, this isn't a good look. Is he a pedo? We won't know without the logs. But is this gross and stupid? Yes, it is.
Of course they want the logs. They always want the logs.
Fantastic. And that's fantastic. I get away with being a pedophile. Ooh.
Jesus.
Gross and stupid. But we can't say without seeing the logs if he's a pedo or anything like that. We just know that inappropriate and lean towards inappropriate, which could it be locker room talk? You know, you still want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You still want to see humans be good humans. Chino on D-Day Cobra says, all these guys have direct contact with the guy. They could simply just call the dude and ask him straight up what happened, but instead it's all performative for social media. This is our world now. And yeah, I honestly, that's a fucking really good fucking point there by D-Day Cobra. They all can access it. I don't know if Dr. Disrespect would trust them at this point.
I'm going to counter that real quick and say you don't know if they called him. So how can you make that statement if you don't know?
Okay, so get me if I'm wrong, but Dr. Creeptastic, honestly, if it was locker room talk, you would know it's mostly just fucking jokes and shit. But to have a company cover up your shit, that is fucked up.
It legitimately makes you wonder. Anyhow, let's continue.
Now that they made statements, but for 4 years it didn't come up at all between his friends. Was there NDAs that were holding Dr. Disrespect quiet about it privately? I mean, I've known friends that had NDAs to shit and they still told me crap and I didn't go out and repeat it. But I don't know. Again, who's covering up who here? Is Twitch covering up shit? Is Disrespect covering up shit? Who knows? Now, Quartering is still saying that he's not going anywhere with the whole situation. I guess, you know, he's supporting behind him 110%. And I can see there's still a lot of people supporting Dr. Disrespect on this. And again, he's a divisive topic. He's a divisive individual. He said a lot of stuff that's pissed a lot of wokies and progressives off. Obviously, a lot of people at Twitch didn't fucking like him. But at the end of the day, he admitted he had slightly inappropriate messages with a minor back in 2017.
Yes. Eric.
And he got banned because of that. Nothing said they were sexual in nature. Nothing illegal occurred. But this is still a bad look. And people were removing their support for him. So this was a huge huge update to this situation that I think we're not even done with at this point. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff come to light. I think we're going to see a lot of people come out and say stuff. Again, my red flags are, do we trust Twitch? Fuck no. The Twitch employee Cody that went out there trying to profit off of this and get his Band-Aids to sell out so he could, I'll tell you guys the truth. Nah. Where's the chat logs? Those need to be shown. Twitch, show them. If there was something that was this crazy enough to remove somebody completely and cancel them off the internet, we need to see it. We need to see it at this point. I'm still holding Dr. Disrespect accountable, though, for
Oh my God, yes.
Dr. Disrespect, though. Show us the receipts.
That face right there is how I feel about the whole situation. That's going to also be the thumbnail for the video right there. That face of just, what the fuck did I just read?
Well, it's a part of disappointment and like, what the fuck, dude?
So, to get my let's go ahead and get final thoughts before we end this episode. I am going to go first this time because last time I let other people go. My final thoughts is that Eric did a great job with the video. That face is hilarious that I paused on. I think he gave a lot of great takes. I disagree with him when it comes to settling civil cases as often, because a lot of people who've never been a part of lawsuits, who have never studied them, wouldn't understand that a lot of like civil cases actually could cost millions of dollars to, even for smaller claims, because it takes so long, because you have to go through discovery, then you have to get it approved by a judge, and then you have to get it approved either for a trial by judge or trial by jury, and then you actually have the trial, and then you've got the conviction and whatnot. So, because of that, often a lot of cases get settled out of court because it's just financially cheaper to do it that way than it is to actually fight it in court. So, to that, I say, Eric, you're wrong there. That is not an immediate sign of guilt. That should not be considered an immediate sign of guilt. That should be understood that financially, depending on the parties, it should be considered that financially, in the end, it was considered cheaper to settle the differences with a mediator, usually the judge in that case, than it was to actually go through trial. Other than that, everything he said is pretty well done. The editing's done. The audio mix is 10 times better than what he's been doing. So I give him props there. The audio is much better. There's not a lot of popping. He's very clearly heard. And he makes his points very clear. And I like that he tries to keep a more neutral ground about it. Whereas me and Irish were totally just fucking have at it.
Oh, not against Eric.
No, I'm talking about
all against Dr. Creepo.
Yeah. So with that being said, Sheriff, what is, based on everything you've seen and heard, what is your final thoughts?
I think Dr. Disrespect is fucked by his own admission. He really should have stayed, as you said, stayed professional. He shouldn't have figured out, yep, this is a minor, do not interact. Just horrible decision making there. I mean, 8-Bit's done a pretty good job covering it. So hopefully with time we'll get to the bottom of it. But right now, as far as I'm concerned, everyone should steer clear of disrespect.
And Irish, go ahead and give your final thoughts.
So, Dr. Creepo, it's honestly, dude, show us the proof. Like, honestly, you already violated if it was a NDA. honestly, just show us the proof that you're innocent. If not, you should be ostracized because you're a fucking creep.
So with all that being said, as far as how everyone feels about the video, I'll start with my opinion if I think it's epic or trash. And just as a reminder to the audience, if I hit the air horn, that means it's an epic video. If I hit the sad horn, it means it's a bad video. Crickets if I think it was okay. Clap or a golf clap means that it's good. So, given everything I've said about the video and what I've said about the work that he did on the video, I am going to say it is a epic video. Sheriff, what do you think? Good video. And Irish, what would you give it?
For Eric, I give him the plus, but Dr. Creep, fuck that dude.
Alright, so you say good video, Sheriff says good video, I say epic video. So it's all around a very well done video. So Eric gets the ultimate applause for it.
It's nothing against Eric, it's more the fact Dr. Creepo.
Well, I was saying as far as the video itself, like how he structured it, his opinions and everything. But
pretty good.
So, with all that being said, thank you everyone for watching this incredibly long episode. There was a lot that needed to be discussed, and obviously, as you could tell, it's even divisive with me and my friends, so I can only imagine what it's like with strangers. Hopefully with time the whole truth comes out, but until then, I want to give a special thank you to Irish. Go ahead and say what are you going to say?
For having.
You are most certainly welcome. And special thanks to the sheriff who showed up late. Oh, it's being silent over there. I think the beers may have hit him too hard.
Nah, man, just being awake super early and, teaching.
Yeah.
Take that energy from you.
That will do it. So, with all that being said, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you join the Patreon. Hop in the Discord. We have a lot of fun here. The Patreon supports the channel, supports videos like this. It also helps support movie night. So if you want to pledge $5 a month, I would appreciate that. You do not have to if you do not want to. I would also appreciate it if you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around because there's going to be some live streams. There's going to be drumming videos coming up. All kinds of crazy stuff is coming. So until then, see you later. Goodbye, everybody.